Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another potential eBay bargain unboxing. I should have done this video well over a week ago, but this parcel got stuck in some sort of Royal Mail tracking whirlpool hellhole, and I just about given up on it. Then all of a sudden, knock on the door and it turned up. God knows what happened to it. It went round and round according to Royal Mail's tracking, but never seemed to actually get any closer to where I live until the day it suddenly turned up. So let me get this open, we'll have a look. This was described on eBay as mint to near mint, or near mint to mint, and cost £35 and some pence, including the postage. So we'll get this open. I can't 100% remember what this actually looked like. I'll get it open, let's have a look. So there it is out of its outer packaging, and fair play to the eBay seller, that was well packed. And as you can see, this is a Lilliput, and I seem to remember this was a Lilliput Fireless loco. I think that's what all that means. On a side note, I noticed that Rapido Fireless locos are now down under £100 on TMC. If any of you got one, are they worth that sort of money? I would be interested to know. Anyway, we're going to see what this is like, and I don't have a Rapido one, so I can't compare it to this, but those of you who know Lilliput will know they're usually nicely detailed engines. Not always great runners, it has to be said. So slide it out of the box. There's nothing else on the box other than what I just showed you on the end there. Don't know how old this is. Oh, we do have instructions, that's good. Plenty of instructions. Not sure if that date means anything, like it's from 2020. Might do. Never quite grasped how the dates on Bachmann boxes work. So what have we got here? Anything in English? Yep. So this loco was from between 1907 and 1958. Yeah, and it's definitely a Fireless loco. Let's get it out of the box. Bit of information there. Don't know if that's flywheels on that or just brackets. Could just be the brackets. It is digital ready by the looks of it. Comes with a 2-year guarantee, not applicable to me, of course. Digital usage, no, not interested. And a circuit diagram. And what's this one? Parts list. That's pretty good, isn't it? I wish Hornby would do spare parts. It would be extremely useful. Right, so we've gone through the paperwork. Let's get this out the ice cube packaging and have a closer look. I don't know if there's any extras in the box. Is there any extras? No, it doesn't look like it. So let's have a quick look. That does look in pretty good nick, and it's reasonably heavy. That does look quite nice actually. Plastic running plate. I think all this is plastic, but it does feel quite meaty. Let's zoom in a little bit. Nice, what I assume is a builder's plate. I can't read that from here. Is there any cab detail? Nice Porto windows on the back. Looks like it may have lights. No sprung buffers. Although the buffers are the mismatched type with the convex one and the flat one, which I've only really seen on Fleischmann locos, to be honest. Not sure if there's any, doesn't look like there's any cab detail in there. The light's a bit funny in here, the sun's bright, but it's creating a bit of glare. Running gear is all metal, that's good. Looks like a metal gear there as well, not plastic. Ladder's looking good. Yeah, some separately fitted handrails and a bit of piping on there, that looks nice. Plastic, what I assume is the whistle. The domes fit well. Let's come around the front. What looks like another 3 lights. They look like they should actually work. These little pieces on the side there, they're still there, that's good. No sprung buffers on the front. The logo on the tank there. Again, I can't read that through the viewfinder. Detailing looks pretty nice. No moulding seam across the top either. Yeah, that looks alright. I would say that is probably near mint. I can't see any marks on it. Not on first inspection anyway. No marks, no obvious missing or bent or broken pieces. It's got what I assume is some sort of exhaust system. I'm not sure what exhaust system you have for a Fireless loco, but that's what it looks like. It looks like 3 lights on the back. And what about couplings? Are they, yeah, NEM couplings with a, not the greatest spring system, but seems to work alright. Yeah, NEM couplings, that's fine. In the hook and loop type. And I'm surprised to see a metal gear there. Yeah, that looks quite nice, I think. It's pretty good. These little pieces on the corners of the roof. Yeah, not bad. Whether it's as good as a Rapido Fireless, I don't know, but it is, as it stands, 60 odd quid less. Right, we need to get this on the track, and there might be a bit of a mark there. Don't think that's glue. That might well just clean off. Don't know if it's showing up on the camera, but just around the window there's a slight smear of something. Yeah, we better find out if this works, I think. Well, there was indeed a bag of bits. It must have fell out and I didn't notice it. So what have we got in here? Unfortunately, it's all still on sprues, but there seems to be various hooks. Oh, there's some tiny little metal, well, I can only imagine with some sort of handrails to fit somewhere. There's some bits there that look like pipes. I'm not too sure what they are. I'll have to have a better look at the instruction manual and see if these are actually mentioned. Yeah, there's a lot of those metal handrails. And this bag is unopened as well. Yeah, so there was some extra parts. We'll just check the weight of this little fella, because I don't think it's too bad for something that small. It's not really, really light or anything. 135 grams. Yep, seems okay. I've turned off the class 45 in the background so we can see whether this thing is noisy, or rather hear whether it's noisy. I've not done anything to this, not cleaned the wheels, nothing. So I'm slowly turning it up. I'm using the H&M Duet here. That was a good crawl to start with, but now it seems to have stopped. Let's give it a nudge. There we go. Could be dodgy track here in the sidings, to be honest. Just about over the points. What about the old Y points up there? Yep. Is there any lights working? Needs another touch to get it moving. Come on, baby. There we go. Yeah, lights are working, as you can see. Stopped on the points going this way. Not too noisy either, is it? Yeah, the lights are working on the front. That doesn't seem too bad. Right, I think I've got to get this on the main line and see if it'll do an entire lap. Right, it's on the main line. We're just going to give it a quick test using the Morley. Seems to have some sensible old gear in, doesn't it? That's 50% power on the Morley. %50 forward. That seems all right. Let's send it all the way around, see if it can make it. It's on the inside line, so he's going to encounter crossovers as well. We've made it over that one. Seems to run quite well. Over the express points. Another go at that crossing. Yeah, no problem. This will get a slight clean up and a bit of an oil and a proper run in, but for the time being, just to make sure it works. Pico wagon with the chrome farm equipment on the back to give it a better test round. I must admit I'm quite a fan of Lilliput stuff. I mean, I've had a couple of Duffins to be fair, but they're usually really well detailed and generally good runners. Bear in mind they've all been second hand, so you can expect the odd dodgy one, can't you? And that's not the lightest wagon in the world. It's put in without too much problem and no risk of an explosion. We'll bring it back into the sidings. There we go, there's the Lilliput Fireless Loco. As I said, if any of you've got a Rapido one, how does that compare? And do you think the Rapido one's currently worth under £100 at TMC, I think it is? And they've got a few to choose from. But say this one was 30 something delivered. And it seems to run really well and is reasonably quiet. Lights all working. Don't know if the Rapido one's even got lights, but this has 3 lights, front and back, all working. It looks to be in good nick, and that's without me even doing anything. Don't know if you can hear any motor noise there. There's a little bit. But there often is a bit of a whine on these little ones, isn't there? Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. So let us know what you think. As I say, I think that's said that was 32. I haven't got the bit of paper in front of me now. 32, 33, 34 quid posted, delivered, even though it went through Royal Mail's Whirlpool before it actually turned up. But yeah, I'm happy with that for that price. That's really quite nice and seems to run well, reasonably detailed for a Loco that obviously doesn't have as much detail on it as a full steamer. But yeah, not bad at all. Let us know what you think down below, or even if you've got one of these. So thanks for watching. We will see you in the next one. Postman willing, and we'll see what else we can find. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.